of the population who were not ethnic Magyars supported the measure, hoping to one day receive a similar result. While the Magyars grumbled, a full-scale revolt was off the table. They were outnumbered and outmaneuvered. More voices in government meant more conservative and minority support for the crown, stabilizing the army and the economy. Goodbye Austria-Hungary. Hello Austria-Hungary, Croatia.
Alright, guys. We're back, baby. We're back!
While things internally were much better for the Triple Monarchy, external events played out the same. Serbia was still antagonistic, even more so here, as they felt the need for drastic actions to win over the increasingly loyal South Slavs. Franz Ferdinand was still assassinated as World War I began. This time, however, the Habsburgs were ready. Serbia and Montenegro were nothing but a speed bump for the empire. The evil bastards were crushed by the full might of Austria, Hungary, and Croatia in the name of their fallen lord, Franz Ferdinand. The remains of the Serbian army fled south, but Albania was waiting for them, picking off thousands of fleeing Serbs. The dream of Yugoslavia was thankfully dead. The rapid victory was not all that unexpected, but not without its own issues, as Bulgaria began pressuring Austria-Hungary and Croatia to cede Serbian lands. Marvin Fried noted the real-world tension between Vienna and Sofia in Austro-Hungarian War aims in the Balkans during World War I. Clashes over Serbia nearly tanked their shaky alliance historically. As they obliterated their pesky foes without Bulgaria, Austria refused the initial Bulgarian demands despite German insistence, the first crack between the Prussians and Austrians. Eventually, the new Serbian government, led by the restored Obrenović dynasty, was forced to sign the humiliating Treaty of Sarajevo, reminding the Serbs that their actions led to their demise. The new government admitted Serbia's responsibility for the murder of Franz Ferdinand and accepted complete blame for the conflict. Serbia was reduced to an Austro-Hungaro-Croatian puppet with a shared customs union. Multiple lands were stripped away to further weaken the state. Signed back to separated from Montenegro and Shabat. both went to Croatia, while Hungary received Negotin, which would later be colonized by German and Hungarian farmers. Most painful of all, though, was Belgrade, the Serbian capital, which was given over to Croatia. Kosovo was stripped from Serbia, while Montenegro also became a Habsburg protectorate. Their coastline was stripped away to protect Croatia's naval base in Kataro. While a positive for the monarchy, they had to clear out the Serbs from land to make way for colonization, so many Albania was a matter of national pride for Austria. Policymakers for securing their influence in the country, extending their reach beyond the Adriatic, giving Montenegro and Serbia another hostile country on their flank. Albania, essentially under Habsburg occupation, once Prince Wilhelm returned, gave the Habsburgs the important port of Vlora, enabling them to control the Adriatic and push their influence far further throughout the entire eastern Mediterranean. To a peaceable conclusion, as there were fears that they could join the Entente, eastern portions of northern Macedonia were begrudgingly divided between Bulgaria, Albania, and gift. Bulgaria won Romania, they grabbed Zaporozhye, they tried to invade, destroying their country's borders. The Balkan success had little to no ramifications on the Western Front. Germany was boxed in stalemate, poised to crush the French in the spring and after news arrived of victory, the German monarchs raised the strength, thus relieving any fears that they were tied to a sinking ship. As Britain and France went above and beyond in their offer to the Italians. The two worried Austria would redirect their focus on Russia, knock them out with Germany, and crush France to quickly end the war. Hoping to avoid this, they promised Italy an unbelievable haul. South Tyrol, Istria, Dalmatia, Albania as a protectorate, Anatolian gains, Jerusalem, and more importantly, the Italians, the totality of the Treaty of Sarajevo, their Habsburg cronies to rule over them once more. Such designs who wish to return to the 1838 borders, propaganda flooded people with this assertion. After all, Vienna was eager, but they didn't back into club. So why join the Entente while you still have a chance, rather than bear the burden of Italian level? Instead of that France simply wanted to use Italians as bodies to throw at Austria, King Victor Emmanuel III was all in. Italy was going to war.
Oh, scary! Oh, shiver my timbers! Shut up, man!
Back east, the initial Russian push into Galicia yielded minor gains, but the superior Habsburg railways allowed for a quick response, so troops deployed there before their Russian counterparts. Despite a strong performance against Serbia, Britain and France still controlled Austria, expecting Russia to steamroll through Galicia. Clear. Russia's in Galicia, while Germany and Austria did likewise in Poland, but the tide soon pushed as news of Serbia's collapse flooded the front. Morale was greatly lifted, while more importantly, hundreds of thousands of troops were pushing the Russians out of Galicia. Due to the reinforcements, Austria captured Warsaw from the Russians, giving them control over Poland's two most important cities, as they also held Krakow, meaning the future of Poland was essentially in Habsburg hands. The Germans were not disappointed. Prince on the Although the two never had any explicit conflict over Poland, Austria made it very clear that none of the German-backed candidates were preferred by Vienna, and although some within the Triple Monarchy proposed adding Poland as a fourth state, predominantly pushed by Hungarians, hoping their kinship with Poland could prevent Austria and Croatia from pushing further concessions, Emperor Franz Joseph opposed such a move. Many local Poles, either from Galicia or West Poland, supported Austria's aims. Rapidly anti-Russian Pole emerged. Josef Piłsudski, who rallied Poles into the Polish military organization, sowing chaos across the Russian lines and working with Austria. Once Italy entered the war, Austria initially stopped their advances, wondering about the strength of their Italian counterparts. But it quickly became apparent that they were dealing with the most incompetent force since France in the Franco-Prussian War.
You wanna see me do it again?
With no fear of an Italian breakthrough, most of their Alpine troops moved to the east. After all, one Austrian was good for at least 3 paisanos. With two tip-top armies fighting against them, this war was turning into a repeat of the Russo-Japanese War a decade earlier.
Oh no! Stop again!
Unlike the Triple Monarchy, who learned their lesson from Bosnia's hardships, Russia had failed to substantially reform, and now it was costing them dearly. Nicholas II's troops didn't catch a break as the Central Powers pushed on, but Poland put Germany and the Habsburgs on edge as trust in each other dwindled. To make matters worse, when the Central Powers